Thank you, Chief. I had a couple of things, and I see Jimmy Johnson here, and one of those questions was kind of for him about the 2 recycling bins that are on the property. They've been out here for 2.5 weeks. I know they were here the last time we had a council meeting. I was just curious as when they're going to be in operation, and I didn't see it on the agenda, so thought I'd ask.
Jimmy, could you answer that question?
Yes. Right now, we are waiting on a quote to get some signage put on the dumpsters themselves, so we can tell you what to put in each individual bin. And once we get that done, I have recycling sorting stations that we're going to disperse in our buildings, and probably within the next week or 2, we'll take the new trailers down and get the signage put on them, and the tribal seals and where to put it and all that stuff. So we're currently working on it.
I had heard that before, but I think it was a week or 2 back then when I first heard it, so I was curious.
They've been here for 2 weeks.
When it was going to happen. The other question was for you, Chief, was that several months ago, the council voted on you having meetings with the former chiefs and working on the updating on Constitution. And we did have one meeting, but since then, which has been months now, we haven't had any more meetings. Any explanation?
Yeah. I don't give a hoot anymore whether we change their constitution or not.
That's what I figured. Thank you.
Do I hear further questions from the tribal members? Yes.
I'm going to need some assistance, I think, from the council. After this last DIN went out, there were a handful of people that let me know in various ways that they did not receive their DIN. And then, so I had said that I would follow up and see exactly what that process was on the mailings and who controls that list. So I found out within this week that enrollment department provides the approximate number and the list, and then Dana has been making those labels and putting those on and going out. There's an issue though with the correction of addresses. So we get approximately 80 to 90 back that are incorrect addresses. So I guess the question is, knowing that there's that many that are coming back, number one, it costs us in dollars to have those mailed back to us, return mail. So it's costing an extra waste of money for sure. I understand we can't change that. The addresses for certain in the enrollment department, the member needs to call the enrollment department and update their address, of course. So I guess the question becomes, if we get the yellow sticky back, saying that there's an address correction, such as an avenue or a street or something of that nature, are we at liberty to then re-nail that back with that correction, or should we take that person off the list to receive a DIN at all? So I guess the question is, help with making sure lists are current, that they're received in a timely manner for us from who's handling that with enrollment, and then 2, on our end, once we get those rejects back, basically, how do you think is best that we move forward with those?
Chief, may I speak? I know Shirley and Dana's back there, so maybe she can help with this. Dana, when we get the DINs back with a bad address or something, do those go back down to enrollment so that they are aware, so that name shouldn't be on the list for the next month? Yes, ma'am, they do.
The names are repeatedly on the list, though.
Okay. Maybe we need to, you mean that they didn't, okay, we need to maybe keep a list here of those that come back, and then do a merge on Excel and highlight them in blue and do another sort. And if one comes up next to the blue one and it's the same, take it off then.
Leslie, did you have something to add to the conversation?
No, I
I see
can
that you
hear
were
her. She
you were waiting.
You're generally over there.
Yes, usually the return needs to do with become enrollment, and our policy is to go ahead and take those off the newspaper list. If you're getting a list with names on it from one issue to another, we do need to check that, see what's going on. If you'll just bring an address, we'll look at
I think that can be handled between the committee and enrollment department.
Right, and that was attempted before. I hate this part. That was attempted before, not with Leslie, but our other enrollment department person. And the corrections were not corrected. So to me, that is an employee issue. That I don't feel like I have the authority to put my toe in that water at all. But if someone's been given an opportunity and told, hey, this keeps coming up, and or duplicates keep showing up, and that's the reason why there's going to be people who have not even moved. There's not an address issue. It's just there's a duplicate issue, so it comes up and they're trying to cancel one duplicate and instead they cancel all. That's an issue on who's managing that list and pushing it to us. And that's the reason we're not getting it. So that becomes an employee issue that is not my lane.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Leslie?
Not ours either, so, okay.
Leslie, can you take care of that?
Yes, we can hear it.
Okay.
Well, let me get something straight. Are you saying that when it comes back with the yellow sticker with a corrected address, is that you don't change it?
Not, because a lot of times those addresses are not correct. It's not an actual forwarding address, and it could be another similar name that we cannot change the name and enrollment based on a newspaper return sticker.
The post office messes
Well,
up.
I know, but you can change the address but not the name, is that
I
what you?
can't change it.
You can't change
We
anything.
don't, we won't, we don't.
We do not, okay.
So,
The member's
but we can
address.
definitely correct the list to make sure that we're not sending another newspaper again.
Will that work for you, Leslie?
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
Mr. Barnes is back there, he needs to be corrected. How about correct? You be one.
Thank you, Leslie.
Nancy's
Nancy?
I was just throwing out an idea. I know you can hear me. Everybody can hear my mouth. Well, I wonder if, everybody watches Facebook and just put out all Lenape, registered voting age Lenape. If you want your paper, get your right address in and just put it out there on the web and see what happens. Would that do any good, you reckon?
Mike, Dana, can you put that on the Facebook?
I sure can, and it's already on the website as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nancy.